Guys, what made you realize, this girl is definitely not into me? I asked her out, she said ew. When you go in for a hug and she gives you the side hug. A classmate figured out another classmate and I were sleeping together because I give every woman the one-armed side hug and I gave her a bear hug and picked her up. She thought we would start making out right there, so our secret was out. Anyway, she ended up being the worst fucking person I ever met. Y'all get side hugs? When she asked me if I knew if my friend was interested in anybody, I was only just starting to maybe have a crush on her, so it didn't hurt, but like, definitely wasn't pleasant lol. Yeah, I had something like that happen to me. A girl messaged me and was like, so I have a question, and I was like, what's up, and she said, okay, I hope this isn't weird, but it's just been on my mind. And then after a little bit she texts, is Larry single? He wasn't. This is the classic accidental wingman. Happened 24/7 growing up. There was a time when me and my best friend were wingmanning each other for this girl and her best friend. It turns out the girl I was wingmanning him for was interested in me, and the girl he was wingmanning for me was interested in him. We found this out too late and they lost interest lol. When I expressed interest and she recoiled in horror and told me I was embarrassing her. Recoiled in horror, lmao, that's rough though man, frown. When every conversation is abruptly ended by lol. Or haha, smiley face, true, any one word response really. Went to her apartment. Then I helped her with Tinder. I went to a chick's apartment once and she had another girlfriend of hers over and they spent a good amount of time rating dudes on Bumble. And proceeded to get about 50 matches in the 1.5 hours I was there. I was like, WTF am I doing here? Then got drunk and left via Uber. Oof. When she used to give everyone hugs but only ever offered me a high five. Maybe because you live in a village and she's into city boys. Man, this one hit me but in a different way. I'm a girl and shy about hugging most men because I'm afraid they will either get the wrong impression if I just want to be friends, or I'm afraid to hug a guy if I like them because I'm afraid they'll think it's weird. However, I adore my friends, almost completely male friend group, and every time I leave from hanging out with them I hug them all. I knew a friend had been hanging out with us for over a year but was very quiet, so I still wasn't comfortable with hugging him, probably because I had a huge crush on him. Like fuck, he is hot. I felt bad though because would hug everyone else. I feel awful now because I didn't realize it, but he probably took that as I wasn't interested in him. I sincerely hope I never made him feel like I didn't care or was trying to give a negative message. But guess what? He found out he would be moving away for school. I was busy the night before he left earlier on, so he said he would stop by late, 12:30ish. First hug we ever had was a hug goodbye. It lasted almost 2 hours and launched a 4-year relationship with my best friend. First year was long distance until he moved back to go to school at the same university as me. I love him. TLDR, hug your crush. She really only talked to me when she needed something. Damn, that hit home, my guy. I had a friend like that. Complete sponge, used to invite me to hang out at a bar with her, but she turned up with no money, apparently. So I always had to pay. When I'd had enough of it I stopped buying her drinks all the time and suddenly, we didn't hang out anymore. Now there's a surprise. We flirted for several weeks, hung out every day. I kept feeling a closer and closer connection, but due to circumstances I could not control, we were never alone enough together for me to test it. Had some friends plan a camping trip and I invited her and she said yes. I even specifically told her there's gonna be 2 couples there, so we're gonna be in a tent, just the 2 of us. She said yeah, she knows. Get to the trip, we have a few drinks and I ask her if she wants to take a walk with me to look at stars. I get it, it's corny, shut up. Once we're a little away from everyone I tell her how much I like her and attempt to go in for a kiss. Nope, sorry chips conqueso. I'm not what you're looking for, shattered me, utterly gutted. Or shit, but hey, at least you tried. Caught her making out with my manager. So, that's why Karen's so intent on speaking to him. Asked a girl if she wanted to grab lunch together sometime. She said she was busy that day, which was interesting as I never specified a day. Damn, she said hard pass. We set up a date. She stood me up. When I asked her, she simply said she forgot. Been there, except she didn't even respond when I asked. Oh, this has happened. We went on a date, and sometime later I took a trip abroad and brought her back some stuff she asked for. Set up another date so I could get the things to her, and she didn't show. I texted her earlier that day to check that we were still good to meet, and responded much later, clearly not edit, clearing up who said what. 10 AM, me, are we good to meet at 1 PM? 8 PM, she, clearly not. Closed responses to leading or intuitive chatter. For example, just saying yes, no, not really, etc., when asked questions that could easily lead to more conversation. The sad thing is my boyfriend in high school was like that with me because he liked me so much he got nervous and couldn't figure out what to say. Gave a girl at work my number on a piece of paper and she handed it right back and said we talk at work all the time, so let's keep doing that. That sucks, but gotta give it to her, she ripped off the band-aid fast, no ambiguity in that rejection. When's your funeral? I once went on a date with this girl. Bought her dinner. Went downstairs to the bar/nightclub for a drink afterwards. She ran into some girlfriends and just went over to their table, sat down and started chatting and drinking. I sat alone for about 20 minutes, then just left without saying anything. Never heard from her again. I can't imagine what I would do in this situation for 20 minutes. That's so rude of her. Fuck, this one hurt, man, I'm so sorry. Fuck that girl. Nobody deserves that. Pretty clear signals that she was. Until one random day she stopped replying to texts and pointedly started ignoring me. To this day I still don't know why. She found someone else. Happens a lot. Had a first date after like a week of texting. She gets the lifeline phone call from a friend. She tells me she has an emergency and has to go like 10 minutes into the date. Ghosted. I straight up asked her why and never got a response. Baffles me to this day. Stopped texting first and realized that she never texted me for 3 days. It was totally one-sided. Nothing I hate more than a one-sided relationship, even with friends. And sadly I'm sure I'm guilty of it too without even realizing. An actual girlfriend ran this experiment and found that I didn't text her for a week. Some people are just shit, yay. Me. My BF status didn't survive this experiment, but I learned from it. Back in college, I took a girl on a lunch date. We had a really nice time. When it was getting time to leave, I told her I had to get to work. She said, "Where do you work?" I said McDonald's, and I literally could see her attitude shift in 1 second. Oh, cool. So as I'm driving her home, I said, "So can we hang out again?" She replies, "Yeah, totally." So the next day I text and ask if she wants to hang. She never responded. Her mistake. She could be getting Big Macs and chicken nuggets all the time. Did she expect a college student to be a lawyer or a CEO? The fuck? Asked her to senior prom. She said yes, but when we got there she ditched me to hang out with another guy she liked. Wasn't too bad though, cause I danced with another girl who I got along better with. Man, I always feel so bad for people like this. My senior prom, I had my friend who liked my former best friend, he never explicitly said, and they went to prom together. Literally an hour into prom, and she's making out with a dude in the ballroom while they're slow dancing. My friend went outside and just danced the whole night away to the band outside. We joined him because it was so much more fun and less hectic outside. I thought my former best friend had done such a huge bitch move. The guy she was with she had liked since our sophomore year of high school. It was just so messed up. Damn, I really don't like those people. Feel you bud. I told him I had feelings for them. They responded with I'm dying. Dying literally or just laughing? Once a woman I'd been dating told me she loved me. I responded with thank you. I think she deflated right then and there. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.